Hi, and thank you so much for watching my channel, Healthy Ho, where ho means having options everywhere. Because you know you do, right? You do. So, unfortunately, I have the option to make this video about a tragedy that has struck, I guess, the YouTube world and I guess the world when we found out about a week ago that Kevin Samuels, a very popular YouTuber, has passed away suddenly, and nobody was expecting that. And unlike a lot of deaths that we usually come upon with people who, I guess you could say he was pretty much a celebrity. I mean, he was hanging out with celebrities, Future, Nicki Minaj, all type of stuff. Flat TV had done an interview with him. So he was getting up there like very, very, very quickly, even though he has been on YouTube for a while. When he died, the response to his death has been very, very, very controversial. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. I'm not going to go into great details about who he was. You can look him up. I'm sure anybody listening to this probably knows who he is. And if you just look him up, Google him, or just YouTube, find him on YouTube, you will quickly understand who this man was. And I would just sum it up with saying a very outspoken person that got on his channel, his YouTube channel, and said what he wanted to say, how he wanted to say it. And because of that, upon his death, a lot of people have not been mourning it like usually people mourn deaths. They actually been celebrating it, feeling like, hey, well, at least he's gone. We don't have to deal with it anymore. And in all honesty, I don't 100% agree with that at all. Actually, I don't agree with it, period. I have some very, very beautiful, intelligent, outspoken female friends, and we definitely are talking about this. I need a new word for that. I need to look it up. I don't want to say definitely all the time. But anyway, right now we're going to use it. We're talking about this, and I haven't heard any of them celebrate his death. They're just saying about the different things that he said and how they're pretty upset with him like other people are, which is okay. Everybody has a right to feel that way. However, the way that I feel is this way. I wasn't a fan, all right? I wasn't a fan of his work. I will be honest. I'm not into older men, but if I was going to date an older man, I thought he was pretty handsome. I heard he was over 6 feet, possibly 6'4". He looked pretty healthy from what you could see, but I wasn't into dating older men. And to be honest, if I, had a channel or a platform and was interested in the things that he was interested in, I'll probably be saying the opposite of him. Because not to mock his death, I mean, that's what you get when you date a man older in his 50s. You possibly can be having sex with him and he's gonna tumble over and fucking die on you. That's shit that you have to fucking think about, dating an older man. Yeah, they say go off to older men. Oh, it's all better. But this is what comes with it. And guess what? I don't think Mr. Samuels would disagree with me. Why? Because I'm being my own truth. I'm saying real facts to certain things that have happened in the world. Doesn't mean that that's the result for every older person that you date. It might not happen like that. However, it could. Just like a lot of the examples and a lot of things that he was talking about. Yes, there are a huge group of men and women that feel this way, but there are also a huge group of people who don't. And to be honest, half of the people that I feel that watching his show weren't the high value men, because the high value men that I know of this man and maybe have watched a show or two, but don't have to watch shows like that because they already are living that life. They already are doing what they're doing. So a lot of these men out there that are bashing a lot of the women that you think that he was talking about, well, you were being talked about too. Because if you were really that high value man, you wouldn't have time to sit there and listen on the show all that time. And when it comes to the women who are mad, I mean, you have your right to be mad, but don't waste your time. I wasn't crazy about him and about the shows because I didn't fully understand why people needed to call up and have some man say all that stuff to them. It seemed like common sense to me, but obviously they wanted to do it. So I had to respect the fact that they wanted to do it, and I respectfully didn't watch unless I wanted to. And to be honest, I even know one of the young ladies who's actually been on the show. Until this day, I haven't fully been able to watch it. Not because of anything against her, not against anything for him. It just wasn't my personal thing. So since it wasn't my personal thing, there's no anger here for me. There's no reason for me to bash this man's death. If anything, I'm wondering why in the world did those women call up? Because the same people that are mad about the situation have to look at it. Those women chose to call up. They chose to be a part of that platform. And therefore, it is what it is. There's no reason to be mad at him. He might have helped some people. He might have hurt some people. But it's called YouTube. That was what he wanted to talk about. That's how he talked about it. And there are a couple of people who might be bitter out there. And there might be some lost women out there who need a dad figure, don't have a man to talk to. Maybe they thought he was the right person to call. Fine. And there's a lot of lame men out there talking to you. You're lame. If you had to watch every single one of his videos outside of just the entertainment purposes because you really needed to be schooled or you really needed to feel better about these certain things, well then look at yourself in the mirror. Because a lot of those women who have those 6 different kids, they have daddies. And women like me who don't have kids yet, educated, have things. I mean, technically the age part, I'm supposed to kill myself. I ain't about to, whatever. I don't care about all that. But you don't think that people are looking at y'all sideways? Because those same women with kids, they also have to have a dad to have made those babies. So those same men are trying to come to women like me with 4 or 5 baby mamas. It's no different. But that's not everybody. And every single story is different. Some of those women end up with good husbands. There's so many different dynamics to the world. And what we don't need to do is to hate on people for choosing to say what they want to say. Because we always can just turn it off, block, and not talk about it or even discuss it. So that's honestly my take on this whole thing. Like, I'm not happy about the death. It's kind of sad. I don't know how I feel about it because he technically was with somebody that he met the night before. So in my mind, I'm like, did he go out happy? Or did he go out, was it a lonely situation? From the stuff that he put out into the world, we really don't know. And we never will know. So let's try not to know. If anything, let's Kevin Samuels ourselves. And I know some people are going to be mad. I ain't Kevin Samuels not. But just try to understand what I'm saying. Check your own self. You don't need to go to this man that, rest in peace, is not here anymore for you to even go to tell you about yourself or your situation. Tell your own self. Check your own self. Be there for your own self. If any of this was about relationships and being better and building up, let's be better people. Let's communicate. Tell the girl straight up, hey, I just want to sleep with you. You got 3 kids. I can't handle it. That's too much. You know, because that's what I'm going to tell the guy. If I meet me a nice man didn't go with 4 or 5 different baby mamas, well, shoot, you must got something going on there. I'm going to have my fun, but I can't do too much with you. What are we doing, sir? Are you a multimillionaire? No, can't do it. I'm going to go continue to take care of myself and take care of my life until I figure out and find what I actually need. Because it's not going to work. Let's just be honest. The stuff that he was saying, it wasn't. Now, some of it got a little out of hand. I ain't going to say that. But for the base of what he's saying, come on, y'all. Just do it for yourself. We don't need nobody telling us about ourselves in a very crazy way. Because remember, he made a lot of videos in a more calm manner. And even made a video talking about how if he goes off and goes crazy, that more people probably would listen. And guess what? That's what happened. And also be careful. I don't know if drinking Red Bull is all that great. They say they have a warning label. The toxicology report isn't out yet. But mainly, let's heal ourselves, heal our hearts. Let's be honest about what we really want. And at the end of the day, we all want love. We all want success. We all want to feel good. So if that's what you want, then make sure you put that out in the world. Right now, he's off wherever he's at. We're not God. We're not dead. We don't know what's going on the beyond. But we're not there and he's not here. So it's time for us to move forward in life and to live the best life that we can live. Because at the end of the day, he was wearing nice suits, looked like he was in nice places. It seemed like he was living his life. Shoot, I don't got too much to say about it. Hopefully all his things were in order. That's not my business. I heard there's a GoFundMe. There's so many different rumors coming out. But at the end of the day, do what you got to do, okay? And make sure you just live your life. That's pretty much all I have to say. It kind of ran a little bit longer than I thought it would. And don't be mad at me for just saying what I had to say, people. I know there's even more to say about it, but the point is we do not celebrate people's death because, like they said, we all gonna leave one day and we don't know when. So until then, make sure you ride this thing out, okay? And make sure you hoe every chance that you get. You have options everywhere. You hoe to the last breath.